Oh boy! It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, boys, are you ready for the most out of touch, spiteful little man opinion ever seen in human history? Because I think I found it. My God, I think I found it, boys. And to no one's surprise, it was done by a Twitch streamer. But on the flip side, to everyone's surprise, it was not done by Pokemon. That's right. My wife did not do it for once. In any case, a beautiful 30-second long clip of a person being so absolutely just distasteful. And we're gonna look into this because this thing has layers. You remember when Shrek told you about onions? Boys, this has so many layers, which just makes it so much more disgraceful. Let's listen to what he has to say first. This is Nick Lee shuts down Myron Gaines' real estate flex. $6 million in real estate is like $150 at an arcade. Myron is a small fry in the grand scheme of things.
Do I dislike Myron? I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't have any animus. I don't really know the guy. He's just making content. I'm making content.
It already sounds like someone's ego has been absolutely massively bruised.
And so when I flexed on him, well, you know, Myron is a small fry in the grand scheme of things. Dude has a $6 million real estate portfolio. What is that, like 1 1/4 gas stations? Come on, dude. The fuck is that? 1 1/4 of a gas station? $6 million in real estate is like fucking, you know, it's like $1.50 at the arcade. Do I dislike Myron?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, this guy is unironically calling someone poor because they're a multimillionaire. With a portfolio that is gonna make them money for the rest of their lives, and if they want, they can retire and do nothing. This guy is unironically saying that's bad. I don't know about you, but even if I had 1 million invested in total somewhere, I would be pretty happy. I would be very happy, in fact. That would be probably enough to, you know, make me live a comfortable life until, you know, the end of my comfortable life. But no, 6 million? Oh, that's just peanuts. That's just peanuts. And obviously, that statement by itself already is extremely out of touch and stupid. But maybe you do not know who a Nick Lee is. Maybe I need to explain to you who exactly Nick Lee is. Because Nick Lee is Amaranth's husband. You probably know who Amaranth is. Yes, the girl who sits at a kiddie pool and is... You know the drill. In any case, and this guy, Nick Lee, is her husband. Now, who Nick Lee is without Amaranth? I actually tried to look up on this. And it's very interesting because Nick Lee sounds actually really cool, okay? This guy's a big deal, boy. Nick Lee is a Chinese-Japanese-American recording producer, songwriter, composer, and most importantly, in my opinion, trombonist. Yes. Now, this does make him sound like he's not, you know, he is someone, he is important and whatnot, but no. I'm actually assuming that he used Amaranth's money to pay people off to create a fake search history and fake record of his career, because you can't find anything of this. You cannot find Nick Lee as a record producer, songwriter, or composer. You can't find any of that on the internet. It's pretty much like it doesn't exist. Here we have a little bit more. Nick Lee has a background in music. Yes. Very cool. Content creator and streamer. Investor min-maxer. What the hell does this even mean? Relationship manager. Well, after everyone knows how his relationship with Amaranth is, like, Jesus Christ, claiming yourself a relationship manager is... Ooh, that's some pretty tough shit. And recent activities he has. So, this dude has done nothing without just marrying Amaranth. This guy's whole career is marrying Amaranth. And you need to understand, he has no money of his own. when he is belittling Myron Gaines for having a measly 6 million and that being peanuts. First of all, I mean, if you're gonna talk in the grand scheme of things, yeah, being a millionaire is nothing. There's people literally with billions who can destroy your life with a finger snap. But he's not a billionaire. Amaranth can literally, by the way, be a multi-millionaire. She can have 100 million in her bank account, or she can have 500 million in her account. Amaranth's, by the way, ridiculously rich. And that doesn't matter because Myron Gaines previously worked at the FBI. If you want to talk about power, Myron still probably has enough connections to actually make your life very, very, very legally miserable. Okay? And your millions are not going to save you from that. So that's a thing. So power is not only money, obviously, but this guy has never had power, nor he had ever had money. I mean, we're talking about a trombodoonist at the end of the day, boys. So this guy obviously doesn't know that. He's just a weak, small, pitiful man who's trying to lash out at the world because he has never had any power. And the funny thing is, he's treating Amaranth's money as his own. Like, you didn't make that money. Like, Amaranth barely made that money, let's be real. But, like, Amaranth made that money, not you. You did nothing to achieve this money. Now, he granted will tell you, well, I was her manager. Yes, I'm sure you did a great job. I'm sure without you, she would never be able of creating an OF and, swim in a bikini on Twitch all day long. I'm sure she would have never managed that without you, buddy. Oh, you are truly special. Yeah. So this guy's achievements in life are literally nothing. They don't exist. All the money that he has is from Amaranth, and he's literally treating as his own. So the fact that that there exists a man who actually has money through his own merit and work, that's probably pretty hurtful for him because this guy has never gotten any money of his own. He literally is just claiming what his wife made as his own. And I mean, more power to you, King, honestly. But at least don't be a spiteful child about this, okay? Money's money at the end of the day. And I closed the pictures, but I found some pictures of how this guy looks because I have seen some of the stuff from, the Amaranth altercations and whatnot, the live streams. I absolutely love it. This is a smaller thing, but you can tell from the way that this guy dresses that he's just a literal nobody who really desperately wants to be rich and important. Really desperately, because you can tell, because he has a lot of random shit that is just expensive for the sake of being expensive, because he doesn't understand what being rich is, what being one of those people even means. He just thinks it's just buying expensive stuff at random and wearing it, which it is not. Common mistake. And this guy's just buying expensive shit. It's none of the money you're using is yours. You never earned it. You never did any of it, okay? Oh, 1.5 gas station. On the other, you're trying to belittle a guy who actually earned his money, who actually did a job, who actually tried, and was not given all of it for free. And you're pretending you're so much better, while you don't even understand that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if Amaranth's even a billionaire at this point. She has no real power, no real influence, and probably someone whose net worth is only a couple of million could destroy her life if they really wanted to, as long as they have all the connections. Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. It happens though. In any case, fun stuff. Did I not tell you? And thanks for watching. Bye.